had some impacts that are not necessarily healthy for the ecology of the area. And for example, an introduced plant like the laurel behind over there, that's English laurel and Portuguese laurel from the Old World, and the berries are available only in one season, right? And each plant has flowers in a season and berries in a season, some fruit twice a year, but when you have a diverse landscape with a bunch of native plants like this, you have fruits and berries coming out in different seasons, so it's kind of staggered, and birds have food throughout the whole year, and critters, little squirrels and so on. So when you have just a thicket of Himalayan blackberry, which is the common blackberry that is very invasive, then the birds have plenty of food, but only for a short time, and then it leads to scarcity in other seasons, which is actually food of the native plants. So that's important, and many of the animals have evolved, co-evolved, which means that they've adapted to these other species, and the other species have adapted to them for thousands and thousands of years, meaning that they know that that food is healthy and that they can rely on that food, and so when something changes, it throws everything out of whack. And unlike plants that are in people's gardens that are pretty exotic plants from, say, England or Romania, those plants need a lot of water and care and things that they would not need in their own climate, and that our native plants don't need in our climate. So it's much easier to take care of these plants. We can just water them in and water them for the first few years, and then they'll be established. And when they're established, that means that they can take care of themselves, and they're resistant to droughts that we have. They're used to the natural seasons and the water fluctuations that we are used to. And they provide habitat for our animals that isn't provided by other plants. So it makes sense to use native plants because everything is already set up for those native plants. So
great, thank you very much. Yeah, good job. Question.